Welcome back. The number of people experiencing homelessness in Western New York has hit its highest level in more than a decade. That's according to the latest count from our region's Homeless Alliance, which does this every year. It's called the point-in-time count because it's taken at a single night in January. This story is the one you're seeing first here on Channel 2, thanks to our Rob Hackford.
The count is more an indicator than an exact number of unhoused people across Erie, Niagara, Orleans, Genesee, and Wyoming counties. But this year it showed a concerning trend, according to Kexon Ma from the Homeless Alliance of Western New York.
It's not really an urban issue or rural issue. Like, we find people living everywhere.
Compared to pre-COVID levels, which hovered around 900 to 1,000 people, this year's point-in-time count hit 1,432. The highest count in 10-plus years.
It's no longer the people who might be on the street that you see daily, but they could be your neighbor, their family, their children.
I became concerned, like, why are we having such an increase in homelessness, especially here in Western New York?
Gerard Bennett runs the Salvation Army shelter on Main Street in Buffalo, which he says is always full. They have 20 families receiving aid right now, and Ma says the region's shelter system is just as full, with the probable causes for the increase being evictions post-pandemic and the rising cost of rent.
Sadly, the shelters are revolving doors, so we see the same family. So there's what we call chronic homelessness.
I've been homeless for about 3 months now.
Anthony Thomas never thought he'd end up homeless after he says his girlfriend passed away. He's been working odd jobs since, but says the stigma has been a barrier.
Like, a lot of people look at us and they be like, well, they're just out there because they want to be, and that's not the case.
I think how we begin to change that conversation is to do exactly what we're doing now.
Discussing homelessness and the need for other services from volunteer groups or those like the Salvation Army, Ma also believes more affordable housing would help.
So we hope by spreading those information, we can build empathy in the community.
So, Rob, this is about more than just a number and informing the public, though that is important. We all should know what this is. But how else is this data used?
Yeah, it's actually a requirement for the Department of Housing and Urban Development. It's how Western New York gets extra funding to help with housing projects and help with homeless programs in our area as well. And, you know, the Homeless Alliance of Western New York isn't looking for a high number. They would absolutely love for this number to be much lower. But with it being at this point, they're hoping that they'll have more of an impact and potentially be able to fund different programs and be able to adjust to make sure that this number will go down next year round.
Yeah. All right. An important topic, Rob. Thank you for staying on top of it.